Hi guys, now we are going to see the do while loop. See, do while loop, it is also a kind of repetitive statement. See, here this do while loop also used for repeat a block of statement again and again until the condition is true. The syntax of the do while loop is syntax of do while loop. At first, you should give the keyword do and open brace. Here the set of statement or a statement. After you complete this brace, here at the end of the loop, here we should use the condition, while here condition. Without forget, you should put semicolon for do while loop. See, here this is statement, a single statement or group of statements written inside the loop. This is known as body of the loop. Within this brace, this section is known as body of loop. Here we can give the statement inside the body of the loop. At the end of the loop, here we can give the condition and check the condition. See, in do while loop, the loop will be execute at least one time. See, while executing this do loop, very first, whether it won't check the condition. So here at the starting point itself, at very first time, this statement inside the loop will be executed. After executing that very first time, then it will goes to the while part and it check the condition. If the condition is true, again it will be repeated. The controller will go inside the body of the loop and the statements will be executed. So this loop, otherwise it is known as, while we are checking at the end of the loop, we are checking the condition at the end of the loop, this is known as, otherwise it is known as exit control loop. This is otherwise known as, this do while loop is otherwise known as exit control loop. See, in previous section we have seen about the while loop. See, in while loop we check the condition at the very first time itself. After checking the condition only, the loop will allow the controller, whether if it is true, it allows the controller inside the loop, and the inside the loop the set of statements will be executed. Suppose if the condition is false, at the starting point itself it will go outside of the loop. So this is the difference between the while and the do while loop. See, here in while loop, this is the syntax. This one is do while. Here in while loop, already we get seen at starting point itself. Here we will give the condition. If this condition satisfies, this inside the body of the loop, the controller will go and these set of statements will be, this is statements, number of statements. This is known as body of loop. Here, while entering, when executing the loop, at starting point it will check. If the condition is true, here the controller will go inside this body of the loop. If it is true, suppose if it is false, it will come outside of the loop. Here outside the loop, if it is false. So this loop, while loop, is known as we are checking the condition at the starting point itself. So this is known as entry control loop. While loop is entry control loop. This do while loop is known as exit control loop. So in this way this do while loop will be executed. See here, in do while loop, minimum one time the inside of the loop will be executed, because while running the program the controller come inside the loop, that is the body of the loop, after executing this statement first time. Next, the first iteration will be compulsorily will be done in the do while loop. After first iteration completed, it will check the condition. If the condition true, then it will enter into the body of the loop. Suppose if the condition here it is false, then it will come out of the loop. So here minimum execution statement is for one time. Here minimum one time compulsorily the statement inside the body of the loop will be executed. But in while loop, at starting point itself we are checking. Suppose if the condition is false, it will at the very first time itself, if the condition is false, it will come outside of the loop. So here the minimum execution is 0 to maximum up to n times we can repeat the loop. But here minimum time is one time, maximum time is up to n times we can repeat the iteration. This is the difference between this while and the do while loop. See, now let us see some examples in do while loop. See, now we are going to see the example here. By using this do while loop, we are going to write a program. See, previous session we had seen the while loop. In the loop we will give some fixed number. Up to that fixed number, that is constant number, the loop will be, the iteration will be repeated. Suppose if we need to repeat a loop for 10 times, means we will declare a loop variable and we will be increment the loop variable up to 10 times. After the completing the 10 times, at the 11th iteration it will come outside of the loop. That is the constant time will be repeated. Here now we are going to see, in this example we are going to see at the run time we can decide. In run time we are going to decide whether we need to repeat a process, we repeat a loop or not. See here in this example, here we are going to illustrate do while loop. This is the command line. Here after we are going to include the header files. Here in this program we are going to find the square of the number. Suppose if we are giving the number, that number should be square. If we are giving 2 means what is the 2 square value is 4. If we are giving 3 means 3 square value is 9. The result should be 9. Suppose if we are giving 10, what is the square of the 10? Square value is 10 into 10, that is 100. So here we are going to, by using this program, we are going to find the square values. See here, so how much value we need? First I am declaring, let us declare it as integer. Here number no for getting input number, and we need to square this number and we should store that value in res, that is result variable. Character for choice I am declaring ch, the variable name is ch. Next here I am using the do while loop. So here do, next open brace, here inside printf, enter the number. here scanf percentage of D, next ampersand of NO. I am giving input to this variable NO. Next step, here in result value I am going to multiply this NO 2 times, NO into NO. This is the square value. At last I am telling to printf square value of percentage D is percentage D, comma this first percentage it is used for NO, second percentage it is used for this result value RES. So next here do you give the message as do you want to continue. Here use scanf function and you should use here percentage C because this CH is what data type? Character data type. So I am using CH. So if you are giving the input, otherwise in the message you declare it as, give it like this, do you want to continue. Next press Y for continue. Suppose if you are pressing Y, it will be, the loop will be continued, otherwise it will come outside the loop. So in this input you should give Y. Next here I am going to complete this do while loop. Here after the do, here you should give continuously while, here you should give the test expression, that is condition. Here while this CH value equal to Y, here semicolon. See, this is equal to relational operator. It will check whether the given CH value equal to Y. If given CH value is Y, the loop will be repeated. If the CH value except Y, if you give any other letters, then it will not continue, it will come outside of the do while loop. So here I am checking the condition. Next I am closing this wide main part. So the output will be displayed like this. Here at very first, here it will ask enter the number. After in this step, here we are getting the input to NO. Suppose in keyboard you are giving 5, that 5 will be stored in NO, the variable NO. In this step, here I am going to multiply this NO 2 times and I am storing that value inside the RES value. I have declared RES. This is also integer data type. So here RES is equal to NO into NO. What is the value NO? 5. 5 into 5. That is, the result is 25. This 25 will be stored in RES. Next here I am telling to print the square value of percentage D. This percentage D is for NO. That is, square value of NO value is 5. 5. Next this message is here after percentage D. This percentage D is for RES value. Here what is the RES value? 25. So it will display like this, output will be displayed like this. After showing the result, next step here it will ask, do you want to continue? Press Y for continue, otherwise it will be exit from the loop. Suppose if you are in here, it will ask, do you want to continue? If you are giving the letter Y, this Y will be stored where? It will be stored in CH value, CH variable. So next here, this is the termination part. Here at the end of the loop, it will check while CH is equal to while, until CH variable holds the value Y, the loop will be repeated. Now CH value is Y, so again it will enter into the body of the loop. Here again it will ask, enter the number. Suppose if you are giving some other number, the result will displayed. Next again it will ask, do you want to continue? So for each and every iteration it will ask, if you give the value Y, then it will be repeated, otherwise it will be come outside of the loop. So this one is not constant one. At the run time we are going to decide whether we need to continue the loop or not. So let us see some more examples here. Now we are going to find the factorial numbers. See how to find the factorial number. Factorial number is, say for example 5 factorial. The 5 factorial is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 up to 1. We should multiply every series of number up to 5. From 1 to 5 we should multiply every number. Suppose 3 factorial, from 1 to 3 we should multiply every number. So that result is known as the factorial number. See, for 3 factorial, what is the result? 3 into 2 into 1, that is 3 factorial result is 6. So 5 factorial result is 5 into 4 20, 20 into 3 60, 60 into 2 120. The result is 120. So in mathematical, the factorial, when we are going to write the program to find the factorial of the given number. So here this is also by using do while loop. Now we are going to find the factorial of the given number. See here, I am going to declare the variable. First variable, it is used for find the factorial. So here n, next I value used for the loop, next factorial. Totally how many variables? Up to totally 3 variables. Here now I am going to initialize the value. For the loop we should initialize the value. So we can initialize the value. I value is equal to 1. Next factorial value also I am going to initialize the value to 1. See why I am initializing the value 1 means, see in factorial we are going to multiply up to 1. Suppose if you include the if you are initializing the value to 0 means, it's in the multiplication every value when we are multiplying with the 0 it will be 0. So here I am not using the 0. Up to 1 only we are going to find the factorial. So here I am using the for each and every time I need to stop the value from given number up to 1. So I am declaring this fact value as, I am initializing this fact value as 1. Now printf enter the number, enter the factorial number. Suppose enter the here by using scanf function you are giving input to the NO. See the NO data type is integer, so I have declared it as %d. Next comma ampersand of NO. I had completed this statement with the semicolon. Next after here I am going to use the do while loop. Here in do while loop, up to it will start from 1 to NO. So here, see here, first we will finish this do while loop. Here do until this loop should be repeated up to while this I value is lesser than or equal to NO. Here you should not forget, you should put this semicolon for do while loop. Here I value is 1, from 1 to, suppose if you are giving 3 factorial means from 1 to 3, this loop will be, inside this loop will be repeated. This is the outline. Now I am going to write this statement. For each and every time I need to, for each and every iteration I need to multiply this factorial number is equal to factorial this variable fact into the I value. Next we should, this is an updation expression or increment or decrement. In here for each and every iteration we should update the loop variable, that is loop variable is I. Here I plus plus, I am incrementing this I value. Say at last completing this do while loop, I need to print the result, that is for each and every iteration, if for each and every iteration the number, the series number will be multiplied and stored in the fact variable. Say next here I am going to print the result or factorial of percentage D, percentage D, that is first percentage the factorial of NO, next comma is here this result is stored in fact. We can write it like this, or we can write it like this also. Percentage D factorial is, here percentage D factorial is percentage D. Next, after completing the loop, that result, final result will be displayed outside of the loop. So here I am putting the printf function, that is the result outside of the loop. So we need first find the every iteration should be finished, each and every number should be multiplied. After multiplying, and finally the result should be displayed here. So I had given this printf function outside of the loop. Next here I am going to close this void main, get ch, next void main. See this void main function, this brace I had closed here, and next one this do loop brace I am closing here. Say in output at very first it asks here enter the factorial number. If you are giving 5, so this 5 will be stored in NO variable. I have declared NO number, for number NO. Say next here do while loop. Here in the loop, what is the, already I have told you in do while loop the condition will be checked at the last end of the loop only. So here without checking the condition at the very first time it enter into the loop. So enter into the body of the loop. Here we are not going to check any condition here. This is the first iteration. So after getting this number from the keyboard, it will directly enter into the loop, inside the loop. Here I am telling fact is equal to fact into I. See, in this step, in fact variable, the fact into I, this is the formula here. In the fact, what is the fact value? I have initialized here 1. So 1 into, what is the I value? I value also 1. So here the fact result is 1. In the variable here now current value is 1. Next I am incrementing the value I. Now what is the value of I? Previous value of I plus plus or I is equal to I plus 1, both are same. Here I am going to increment the I value with 1. So previous I value, what is the value? To that value the 1 will be added. So previous value of I is 1. Now I am going to add 1 with this 1. So I value is equal to, now current value of I is 2. In this step I value will be 2. After this 2 will be checked here in the while loop, whether I value is lesser than or equal to NO. So what is the value of NO? This NO is 5. This is the constant value. For each and every time we are going to check the number with 5. So now I value is what? 2. I am going to check whether 2 is lesser than or equal to 5. If this one is true, because 2 is lesser than 5. So this condition is true. Again it will go, this controller will enter into the body of the loop. Here this is the body of the loop. Here inside this only we are going to repeatedly checking, the iteration will be repeated. Here this condition is true, again this formula will be executed. Here what I am telling, fact is equal to fact into I. Now what is the fact value? Now fact value is 1. So 1 into, now what is the I value? I have incremented here, I value is now currently 2. So 1 into 2, the factorial value is 2. Now current value of fact is how much? 2. After it comes to this step. In this step I am incrementing the I value. Now I value is 3. I is equal to 3. Here I am in this step I value is equal to, after completing this I value is equal to I plus plus, that is 2 plus 1, 3. I value is 3. Now it will check whether 3 is lesser than or equal to 5, because NO value is 5, already I have told you. Here we have denoted it as 5. Now 3 is lesser than 5, again this loop will be repeated. Here now I value is 3, fact is equal to fact into I. Fact is equal to, what is the factorial? 2. Current fact number is 2. 2 into I value is 3. So value is 6. Now currently the factorial value hold the value 6. So after here I is incremented to 1. Now I value will be 4. See, it will check the condition true, again it will go fact is equal to fact into I. That means currently fact value is 6. 6 into, what is the I value? 4. So here I into 4, 6 into 4, 24. Here after the current value of fact is now 24. Next I will be incremented to 5. I is equal to 5. Again this loop will be repeated. Fact is equal to fact into I. So fact is equal to, now current value of fact is 24 into, now I value is how much? 5. So fact and 24 into 5. Here 120. So fact value is 120. After here it will check what is the value. Now it will the I will be incremented. Now current value of I is 5. 5 will be incremented to, now I value is 6. Here in this case it will check here while the 6 is lesser than or equal to 5. Here this condition is false. So if it is false, it will go to the next part. It will come out, the controller will go outside of the do while loop. So this is the do while loop. In this loop will be terminated and the controller will come here. Here I am telling to print. This is the result. Here printf percentage d factorial is percentage d. First percentage d, that is no. Here no value what? 5. 5 factorial. 5 factorial is percentage d. This percentage d is fact variable, that number inside the variable fact. That fact variable number, what is the current fact variable number? This one, 120. So here it will print it as like this. 5 factorial is how much? 120. This is the result. After that it come outside of the loop. So in this way this do while loop will be executed. See another example. See, by using this do while loop we are going to find the Fibonacci series. See, in Fibonacci series what are the numbers here? In Fibonacci series the numbers are, the very first starting number is 0 and 1. After that we should add the last two numbers and we should give in the series. Here first 0 plus 1 is 1. Now the last two numbers are 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now here the last two numbers are 1 and 2. So 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Here the last two numbers are 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Here last two numbers are 3 and 5. 3 plus 5 is equal to 8. So in this way Fibonacci series, for each and every time the last two numbers were added and it will be included in the series. So this is the Fibonacci series. Now we are going to write a program to print the Fibonacci series. Here we are using the do while loop. Let us see how we can print the Fibonacci series by using the do while loop. Here now I need to declare the variable. Here I need to store the value, that is last two numbers from L1 variable and L2 variable. Next here result. After this res variable used to add the last two numbers, that number will be stored in res variable. After that here I value, it is used for loop, to repeat loop variable. How many times we need to repeat the loop. So here I value is loop variable. Next here while running the program it should ask how many times or how many numbers of Fibonacci series should be print. It should ask after giving the number up to that number. If you are giving 5 means up to from 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, these numbers should be printed. See total number of how many numbers we need to print. In the runtime it should ask. For that here I am declaring the variable as no. Here this no is used to store the number of values, Fibonacci series value. Here next I need to initialize the value. L1 is equal to 0, that is the first number. Next here L2 is equal to 1, this is the second number. So these two number I had initialized to the variable L1 and L2. Now here res is equal to L1 plus L2. Res is equal to L1 plus L2. So these first two numbers will be added and will be stored in the res. Here before that we should ask how many Fibonacci series number we need. So here by using the printf function, you ask how many Fibonacci series number to print. Here by using this scanf function, you are getting the value to this NO variable. Suppose if you are giving 5, then this NO will hold the value 5. Up to 5 numbers it will be printed in the display screen. Here now I am telling to print this L1 and L2 value. Printf leave one space %d and one space %d here, because for each and every time while printing the Fibonacci series number there should be space. Next comma, here first two number is L1 comma L2. So in this step the first two numbers will be printed. See here we didn't declare the loop. So now only we are going to use the loop. So before using the loop, here I had printed the two numbers. Suppose if we need to store 5 numbers, means here first two numbers were displayed. In the loop, how many numbers we need? Next 3 numbers only we need. So the I value, the loop value, it should be started from 2, value 2. So here I is equal to, I am declaring it as 2. Because the position 0 and 1, position 1 number I had displayed here. Now I am using the do while loop. In do while loop, here do, you open the brace, here you close the brace here. Here in condition, while condition, you should give I is lesser than how much? This NO. See, whatever number you give in NO, if suppose if you are giving 7 means from 2 to 7, because I value is 2. 2 to 7 means 5 values will be displayed, because before already we have printed the first two numbers in this step. Before the loop we had printed the first two numbers. So I value I have started from 2 up to how much? NO. NO means suppose how much value you are giving up to that, from 2 to up to that number, this loop will be repeatedly executed. So inside the loop, here I am telling printf, here the space and %d comma next res value, that is the result. We are going to print the result. Here for each and every time we need to swap the numbers. Say here first two numbers, say here zero and 1. This one is L1 variable, this 2 is, and this one is L2 variable. See, after printing here, I am adding the two numbers L1 and L2 and storing it in res. So 0 plus 1 is how much? 1. This 1 will be stored in which variable? Res variable. So out of these 3 variable, here I had printed this L1 and L2. After I value I had started from 2. Here inside I am telling to print the res value. So this res value will be printed here. Now we need to swap the numbers. Here this, what is the last 2-digit number? This is the last 2-digit number. So this one should be L1 and this number should be L2. So here I am swapping this number, that is L1 is equal to L2. Next here this L2 number is equal to result, the value inside the result. Now I need to add these two numbers and it should be stored in RES value. So here for each and every time this RES should be added L1 plus L2. Here you close while I is lesser than NO and semicolon. Here before we should increment the I value, I plus plus. Next you close this main loop. Say this one do while loop, this one main. See, now let us see the output. In output, very first starting value L1 is equal to 0, L2 is equal to 1 and RE is equal to 0 plus 1. So L1 is equal to 0, L2 is equal to 1, RES is equal to how much? 0 plus 1, that is equal to 1. Here in this step I am asking how many Fibonacci series to print. Suppose if you are giving 5, this 5 will be stored in where? In the NO variable. So it will be stored in NO. Next, here I am telling to print the L1 and L2. So what is the value of L1? This L1 is here 0, this L2 is 1. Here I am initializing the I value to 2 because here how many numbers you need? I need to print 5 Fibonacci series number. Out of 5 already I had printed the 2 numbers. So remaining numbers only, 3 numbers only I need. So here the starting value should be, I value should be 2. So I have declared here I is equal to 2. From the second number up to how many numbers? 5 numbers means 2 to 5. That is, here the loop will be repeated 3 times. That is, after the second number the 3 numbers will be printed. So here I am initializing the I value to 2. From 2 here up to while I is lesser than, suppose if you are giving, here I have given the NO value is 5. From 2 to 5, this inside this block of statement will be repeated. 2 to 5 means 3 times it will be repeated. So here at the very first time in the loop I am telling to print the result value. See here already here I have declared the result variable and I have stored the value inside the result value, that is L1 plus L2, that is 0 plus 1 1. Now current value of RES is 1. So here I am telling to, this is the first iteration. After completing this, after initializing the I is equal to 2, now it will enter inside the loop. in this loop, at very first time it will print the res value. This res value is 1. Here I had added L1 and L2. So after it printing the 1, next here I am swapping this number. L1 is equal to L2. So here this is the L1 variable, this is L2 variable number, this is the result number, res number. Here in this step printf result I have printed. Next L1 is equal to L2. I am going to swap this number here to L1. L1 is equal to L2. That is each and every time at the loop, end of the two numbers we are going to hold. After we are going to add that number. So here I am going to swap this number L1 is equal to L2. Now the end of the two number is this one, L2 and res. So here L1 is equal to L2. Next here L2 is equal to res. So this one L2 is equal to res. I am going to store this L2 number to L1 and res number to the L2. Again I am going to add the result is equal to L1 plus L2. Now see in this step result is equal to L1 plus L2. That means what is the value? Here current value of L1 and L2 is 1 plus 1, that is res is equal to 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. Now currently the result value will hold the number 2. So after I am incrementing the I value. Here I value is 2. After incrementing this 2, now this currently the I value will be 3. Now it will check here whether 3 is lesser than or equal to NO. That is NO is 5. Yes, 3 is lesser than 5. So the loop will be again repeated. In this time again this same statement will be executed. Now here I am telling to print the res value. So res value is now currently what? Here 2. So it will be printed 2. Next here I am going to swap L1 is equal to L2. So now currently what is the value? This L2 value will be become as L1 and this result value, that is L2 value will be become it as this result value will be become it as L2. Now again I am going to add these last two numbers and I am going to store it in the result value. Here this one will become it as L2, L1 and this one will become it as L2. So res here is equal to L1 plus L2 is equal to, at the next time iteration it will print it as 3. Now I value will be 4. Next I value will be 5. After that it will check the condition. If the condition is false, it come outside of the loop. So in this way the Fibonacci series can be printed by using this do while loop.